Well, as we celebrate America's 250th birthday, Metro is also celebrating not just the past, but the future of its rail fleet. And right now, rail cars are on display at the Great American State Fair on the National Mall. And that is where we find, to no one's surprise, our Tom Rousey. And Tom, we're getting a detailed look at Metro's future 8000 series rail cars.
Yeah, these cars are actually going to be used for training. I'm standing on one of them. I just want to show you some of the features we're not used to on Metro. These cars will have. See, there's going to be more room for wheelchairs, but also see these dots on the ground? They are glow in the dark. So if it got dark on here, they would provide light. Also, major change from the past. We're used to a couple seats like this, but look at all the seating on the side. This is similar to if you've ever been on the New York City subway. There's going to be a lot more of this. 8 fewer seats per car. However, they will have some of the traditional seating that we're used to here. 8 fewer seats, but more room to stand, Metro says. So after sporting events and stuff, there should be more room. Also, they're going to have a lot more electronic displays like this. In addition, a lot more security cameras like this one, and perhaps the single biggest change in the future. All right, this is the end of the car. There ought to be a door here, right? This is called an open gangway. So cars are going to come in pairs, and you will be able to walk from one car to another. And by the way, if you want to check this out yourself, you'll be able to. Here's video from just a little earlier this afternoon. They cut the ribbon on this. It's at the Great American State Fair down on the National Mall, where these actual trains are located. It is not too far from 4th and Madison, so they're going to be letting people tour through July 10th. Now, these new rail cars, they ordered initially 256 of them. They cost $2.5 million each, so they are not cheap, but Metro says they are the future for the system. Now, if you're wanting to ride it, it looks like it's going to probably be a couple years before you're able to do so. However, the first car for testing on the tracks is supposed to arrive at the end of next year.
Testing is complicated in a rail car, very complicated. These are very expensive, a lot of moving parts. They have to work with our track, they have to work with our signaling system. I think the 7Ks, I wasn't here, but I think they took well over a year on testing before they were into revenue service. We obviously will ideally reduce that.
All right, now you can not just tour the future, but you can tour the past. This is going to be a blast from the past if you're a longtime DC resident. Remember the carpet? Remember the seats like this? Well, they have restored the original Metro train car from 1976 when they started rolling, complete with old advertisements like this one for our news partners, WTOP. Their ads don't look like that anymore, so you can also tour that on the National Mall through July 10th as well. Reporting live on the National Mall, I'm Tom Rousey, 7 News.